All right, another Metal Monday before Thanksgiving. My personal favorite holiday is
It is,
coming up.
man. Yeah, it's this Thanksgiving will be a little bit different for me, but I always love Thanksgiving. There's no pressure. It's about eating and hanging out with your family and just
It's my favorite,
spending time together, and it's just that's what I love.
my favorite like weekend of the year. I've always said it, especially since once I had my kids, I have the family. I've always hosted at my house. Everyone comes over and no one expects gifts.
Yeah,
You're just literally there to eat and just spend some time together, and that's what I think all holidays should be about.
I agree. I agree. That's what they're supposed to be about before the gift giving started kind of taking front and center. And I think that, that's why Thanksgiving's so awesome. It's probably a 1A, 1B scenario for me, like 4th of July.
Oh yeah, it's right up there.
And, they're just such a
Same
good
thing
time.
though.
But
You're just gonna barbecue. Same
barbecue,
thing. No
hang
gifts.
out, celebrate the country, celebrate, like how good we have it here in America. For everybody that wants to bitch out there about how bad it is and whatever else, like get out and go travel and go see how corrupt every other country is, and then maybe you'll have a little smaller, greater appreciation for our somewhat corruptive, very corrupted country, but not anything different than any other out there.
Yep. So, what's the markets doing today, Brett?
They actually look pretty good. We were just talking about that before we clapped and got this party started, but copper's up, what do you say, 6.5, 6.25 cents, which is good. I mean, platinum and palladium are both, they're strong this morning. So,
Rhodium's got a little
PGMs,
steam pulled out of it, but it had a good week.
it had a
last
good week last week, so we can't complain all that much. The only one that's really struggling right now is nickel. I mean, it's like at 760, something like that. Aluminum's hanging around, so maybe cash LME price around pushing 2,200 today. So that's a good number. In general, I mean, it's fairly positive on the base commodities, even the PGM front this morning.
Yeah, and the demand's still out there. You know this better than me, but I still get hit up all the time. People looking for material. It's not like the demand's not there.
It's more of supply. I think, this is a supply driven pricing because I think that on the supply side, it truly is. There is some struggle out there. Every day, I'm pretty thankful that we kind of made the move onto the tire side to even out our supply, if you will, which supply for us is just volume. It's whether it's ferrous, non-ferrous, tires, whatever. Like our ability to keep trucks running, bins moving, on the inbound and outbound side, equipment running, regardless of the type of material you're deciding that you want to process. For us, it's kind of a little bit of everything. We kind of take that approach. So,
which protects us, for those times manufacturing really slows down, which we're kind of in the middle of that. It kind of depends who you talk to out there in our area. Some people had a rough beginning of the year, middle of this year, and things are kind of turning. Like if that carries over to 2024.
Yeah, I'm talking to some manufacturers that are like seeing their order books fill up,
That's
and
what I'm hearing.
Which is good news. I mean, that means that maybe people took a very cautionary approach, beginning middle of the year, and they're like, okay, we need to get stuff ready for 2024 because we anticipate maybe it's all the doom and gloom talkers aren't, maybe the market still is fairly robust for now. Next year being an election year, that always plays interesting games, dynamics for the market. And I'm not here to predict anything other than I'm just here to, try and make some hay when the opportunity's there, and if when it's not there, try and keep the wheels on the bus or lights on or whatever your acronym or figure of speech is. But I'm still feel fairly positive for the market. I mean, we're gonna have these ups and downs. 370 or 380 copper isn't the worst
It
ever.
just broke 380
so,
right now. So.
I mean, hey, take it take it for what it is, and don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If the market looks good and you got something good to sell into it, take advantage.
Do you think tires will have a certain ebb and flow where it's really good, the volumes are good versus low? Like
certain times a year, I've just, in talking to people that have been in the industry for much longer than us, we're still infants, right?
Yeah.
We are very green in the industry in the fact that we haven't had a lot of years to compare markets. We can only compare against what we've known and what we've been able to do in the last couple. And even that, it's like we're really 2 years in. And in 2 years, we've made some really big strides. But we don't have a lot to compare against just other than what other people tell us about the markets, right? It's very seasonal driven, it feels like. And from what people say, there's definitely times of the year when people are processing more, doing more, or I should say processing, but they're, switching their tires out more. And that's usually, spring and coming out of winter and going into winter is usually your big seasons. So it's really now just our ability to take care of our customers, which the beautiful thing about it is that's what we've done on the scrap side since 1972. So it's really fits well into our wheelhouse. And I don't look at it as its own separate company. I look at it as it's part of the recycling industry as a whole. It's part of our business. Like we're in the recycling industry, whether it's ferrous, non-ferrous, rubber, steel, you name it. It's what we do.
Yeah, it fits in good. A lot of our customers have a lot of tires too, so it fits quite well for like a lot of our.
Yeah, if you're a company that is producing tires or a job that a farm that needs cleaned up and you have tires or whatever, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we added that to our business and why I encourage other scrap metal recycling companies to take a hard look at it, because there's a lot of pieces of that fit in with what you're probably already doing.
100%. Well, all right. Thank you, Brett.
All right. Everybody have a great day.